Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to tell you the story of a company that changed pizza delivery forever. Yes, folks, we're talking about Domino's. So buckle up because this journey is going to be quite amazing. So this story begins in 1960 in a small town called Ypsilanti in Michigan, USA. There were two brothers, Tom and James Monaghan. Together, they bought a small local pizza joint named DomiNick's with a loan of about $500 to $900. Tom, who was studying architecture at the time, got completely involved in the business. He was obsessed with efficiency. Every second counted for him. But his brother James, who was a postman, found it all too much just after 8 months. And guess what happened? James gave his 50% share to Tom and in return took an old Volkswagen Beetle car. Man, just think about it. Half of a multi-billion-dollar company for an old car. Anyway, Tom was now alone. And this is where the real struggle began. The early years were extremely difficult for Tom. He didn't know much about the pizza business. He was learning everything as he went. Money was so tight that the business almost went bankrupt several times. Tom worked more than 100 hours a week, often sleeping in the store because he didn't have money for rent. Things were so bad that sometimes he had to survive on burnt pizza crusts or stale popcorn. He even sold his essential belongings to keep the business alive. This hardship and loneliness taught him to keep the business extremely lean and focus only on the essentials. That's why he kept the menu very simple, just pizza and Coke, to keep inventory costs low and the process fast. He also focused heavily on delivery because there wasn't much seating space in the store and he wanted to reach customers directly, especially the students from the nearby Eastern Michigan University. Now let's see how Tom started moving forward after this struggle. With his determination and continuous focus on process improvement, Tom slowly started making the first DomiNick store profitable. His reputation grew due to steady orders from university students and fast delivery. Whatever profit he made, Tom reinvested it right back into the business. When the first store became a bit stable, Tom thought about expansion. He took the risk of opening a second store in the same Ypsilanti area, targeting locations with students and potential customers. The earnings and lessons from this second store gave him more courage. Through his hard work and reinvestment, by 1965, Tom had opened his third pizza store. This was a big milestone. He had completed the journey from struggling with a single store to building a small chain. But just as Tom opened this third store, a new problem arose with the expansion. The original owner of DomiNick's, Dominic Divarti, didn't like that Tom was opening more shops under the name DomiNick's. Perhaps he felt Tom was taking advantage of his brand name, or maybe he didn't want shops operating under his name without his control. Whatever the reason, Divarti stopped Tom from using the DomiNick's name, at least for the new stores. Now Tom needed a new name. That's when an employee, Jim Kennedy, suggested the name Domino's Pizza. Tom liked the catchy name and adopted it. And because he had exactly 3 stores at that time, he also created a new logo that marked this milestone, the famous logo with 3 dots. These 3 dots represented his 3 stores at that time. The idea was to add a dot for every new store in the future, but as we'll see, the company grew so fast that this plan couldn't be followed. Now comes the explosive growth phase for Domino's. After reaching 3 stores in 1965, Tom Monaghan set his sights on major expansion. He saw how quickly companies like McDonald's and KFC were spreading. Tom realized that opening only company-owned stores would be slow and require a lot of capital, which he didn't have. So he adopted a method that was becoming popular in the food industry at the time, the franchising model. Although Domino's wasn't the first company to start franchising, Tom used this model very smartly for the pizza delivery business. So in 1967, Tom opened the first Domino's franchise store. Now what exactly is this franchise model? Let's understand it in simple terms. Franchising is basically a type of agreement. In this, a large well-known company like Domino's, called the franchisor, gives a local business person or entrepreneur, called the franchisee, the right to use its brand name. Along with this, the franchisee also gets the right to use the company's entire business system, meaning how to make the pizza, how to do the delivery, how the store should look, all the established methods. In return, the franchisee pays the large company an initial fee and then regularly gives a portion of their earnings, called royalty. The franchisee owns their store, manages daily operations and hires employees, but they have to follow all the rules and quality standards set by the franchisor company. This is done so that whenever you go to any Domino's, you get the same pizza and the same experience. Why did they adopt the franchising idea? There were several reasons. First, the biggest reason was rapid expansion. Franchisees invested their own money to open stores, which reduced the financial burden on Domino's corporate and allowed them to enter new markets quickly. Second, franchisees were often local entrepreneurs who understood their area and were more motivated to make their store successful because their own money was invested. Third, by letting franchisees handle store operations, Tom and his core team could focus on Domino's main strength, improving the delivery system, setting training standards, and building the brand. This strategy worked incredibly well for Domino's. After starting franchising, Domino's growth really picked up speed. And then the real game changer was their 30 minutes or its free delivery guarantee, launched in 1973 or 1979. Man, this concept was mind-blowing for that era. Big players weren't focusing much on delivery, and this guarantee made Domino's synonymous with speed and reliability. The public went crazy for it. By the 1980s, Domino's had become America's fastest-growing pizza chain, with thousands of stores opened. They also made several necessary innovations, like the corrugated pizza box and insulated bags. In 1983, they made their international debut in Canada and Australia, and some of you might even remember the Noid mascot. But guys, everything comes at a price. This 30-minute guarantee put a lot of pressure on drivers, cases of rash driving increased, and some serious accidents happened. The company faced major lawsuits. Due to all this, the public image suffered, and keeping safety in mind, Domino's finally discontinued this guarantee in the US in 1993. The company continued to grow, but a major change came at the end of the 1990s. In 1998, Tom Monaghan, the man who built this company from the ground up, decided to retire. He wanted to focus on his religious and philanthropic work in the next phase of his life. He sold his 93% stake in Domino's Pizza, essentially the entire company, to a large private equity firm, Bain Capital, for about $1 billion. This was a huge turning point in Domino's history. The founder's era was ending, and the company was moving towards corporate ownership. Tom Monaghan remained chairman emeritus for some time, but completely stepped away from day-to-day operations. Under Bain Capital, Domino's continued to grow. And then, in 2004, the company took another big step. Domino's Pizza went public, meaning they launched their IPO, initial public offering, and got listed on the New York Stock Exchange. This meant that now anyone could buy shares of the company, and ownership was distributed among thousands of shareholders. The company no longer belonged just to the founder or a private equity firm, but to the public, and it had to be accountable to its shareholders. But even after changing the corporate structure and going public, by the end of the 2000s, Domino's was facing a major crisis. This crisis wasn't external, it was internal, a product quality crisis. For years, Domino's had focused so much on delivery speed that perhaps they forgot to pay attention to the pizza's taste. Customers were complaining openly. On social media platforms like YouTube and Twitter, people were posting videos and comments, mocking that Domino's crust tasted like microwaved cardboard and the sauce was like ketchup with herbs. People in focus groups were giving brutally honest feedback. In surveys, Domino's pizza taste ratings were hitting rock bottom. Sales growth had stalled, the stock price was falling, and the brand's reputation was getting ruined. This was truly an existential crisis for Domino's, a do-or-die situation. During such difficult times, the company's command was taken over by the new CEO, Patrick Doyle. Doyle and his team understood that just marketing or further reducing delivery time wouldn't work. The root problem was the pizza's taste. They made an extremely brave, almost crazy decision. They decided not only to change the pizza but also to tell people the truth. Launched at the end of 2009 and early 2010 was Domino's famous Pizza Turnaround campaign. The core of this campaign was brutal honesty. They showed real customer complaints in TV commercials and online videos, featured negative reactions from focus groups, and company executives themselves admitted on camera. Yes, our pizza wasn't that great. Your comments hurt, but you were right. You spoke, we listened. For a major company to do this was unheard of, and it wasn't just talk. Domino's completely revamped its entire core recipe from top to bottom. Their chefs spent months developing a new, more flavorful garlic herb crust, prepared a more robust and tangy tomato sauce, and used better quality cheese. This wasn't a minor tweak. It was throwing out a 49-year-old recipe and creating a completely new product. This was a huge risk. Imagine supplying new ingredients to thousands of franchise stores, retraining staff, and hoping that old customers would like this new taste. A lot was at stake. If this failed, Domino's might have been finished. But guess what? The risk paid off. People liked Domino's honesty. They felt the company was truly listening to them. Out of curiosity and to support the company's bold step, people tried the new Domino's pizza, and they liked it. Word of mouth spread. Positive reviews started coming in. The result? Sales skyrocketed. In the first quarter of 2010 alone, same-store sales saw an incredible jump of 14.3%, one of the largest quarterly leaps in fast food industry history. The stock price soared. Domino's not only averted the crisis, but came back stronger than ever before. This became a textbook case study in marketing, product innovation, and listening to customer feedback. After this amazing comeback, Domino's didn't just change its pizza, it changed its entire mindset. They realized the future was digital, and they wanted to become not just a company that sells pizza, but an e-commerce company that sells pizza. They put technology at the center of their business. The goal was to make the pizza ordering process as easy, convenient, and transparent as possible. First, they radically improved their online ordering platform and mobile apps, so customers could easily browse the menu, customize their pizza, and pay. Then came the industry-first Domino's Tracker in 2008. This was a stroke of genius. Now customers didn't just guess where their pizza was. They could track it in real time being made, going into the oven, being quality checked, and leaving for delivery. It reduced customer anxiety by bringing transparency to the ordering process. Following this came the Pizza Builder tool, letting you visualize your custom pizza online. Domino's didn't stop there. In 2015, they launched the Domino's Anywhere platform. This meant you could now order Domino's from anywhere, using almost any device: a smartwatch, smart TV, car entertainment system, Amazon Alexa, Google Home, Facebook Messenger, even just by tweeting a pizza emoji. They integrated every possible platform to make pizza ordering frictionless. Innovation wasn't limited to just digital ordering. To improve the delivery experience, in 2015 they also introduced the DXP or Delivery Expert car. This was a modified version of a Chevrolet Spark car, specially designed for Domino's delivery. All seats except the drivers were removed, creating space for up to 80 pizza boxes, and most importantly, it had a built-in warming oven to ensure the pizza reached the customer piping hot. In recent years, they've also launched services like Domino's Pinpoint Delivery, using GPS technology to deliver to places without traditional addresses like parks, beaches, or stadiums. The result of all these technological advancements? Today, Domino's generates over 85% of its sales in the US through digital channels. Their tech infrastructure is so robust that they can efficiently manage their vast international network, adapting menus to local tastes while providing a consistent experience in large markets like India, which is their biggest market outside the US. So guys, this was the story of Domino's. Falling down, getting back up, listening to customers, and constantly changing by embracing technology. Starting from a small pizza joint to becoming a global giant with over 21,000 stores in more than 90 countries today, this journey is truly an inspiration. So what did you think of this video? Definitely let me know in the comments. And if you liked the video, please hit the like button, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video with another interesting story. Bye-bye.